Greetings, future Wildcats. My name is Dr. T.O.D.D., and I am the proud principal of Wilkerson Intermediate School. I am so excited to welcome you to our family. I know that with your parents and with your teachers, along with you, we're going to have a great 2 years together. I am Dr. Todd, your campus principal. Mr. Joshua Hughes will be the 6th grade assistant principal. Ms. Julie Roddy will be the 5th grade assistant principal. Ms. Karen Carroll will be the 6th grade counselor. And then Ms. Crystal Gibson, she will be your 5th grade counselor. Now, quite naturally, I know you guys think this is kind of odd, but you know, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. And so if we were not in a pandemic, I would invite you guys to the school and show you all the cool things that we have to offer here at Wilkerson. But instead, I just want you guys to wait. We're going to have an in-person open house. That's right, an in-person open house on Thursday, August 5th. Again, Thursday, August 5th, we're going to have our own open house where you can come in and meet the teacher. And I want you guys to know that we're excited to host you guys. It's going to be from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. So, what schools attend Wilkerson? Glenlock Elementary, Haley Elementary, Hauser Elementary, and Lamar Elementary. All of you guys will come together and make up Wilkerson Intermediate School. Therefore, you guys will all become Wildcats. So parents, you may ask, do I need to register? If your child is already enrolled as a 4th grader at Glenlock, Haley, Hauser, or Lamar, you are already registered for Wilkerson. All first day forms will be completed online. Look for an email with the link in July, no later than the first week of August. Online forms will require an email address. So at this time, please make sure that the right email address is on file. And so rollover will occur in July, and you will start receiving emails, text messages, and phone calls from Wilkerson. Our school hours are from 8:50 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. Parents, it is imperative that our students arrive on time. The tardy bell rings at 8:50. Front doors will open at 8:10 a.m. for our students. Before 8:10, there are no staff or students on duty. I'm sorry. Front doors will open at 8:10 for students. No staff is on duty before that time. Car riders will enter and exit through the front doors. Walkers and bikers will enter through the front doors and exit through the grade level front of the building. Buses will enter and exit through the back doors. All students are scanned out at dismissal. Our walkers, they will be released every day at 4:10. And the reason why we release our walkers at 4:10 is simply because it's a safety hazard and a safety issue. And we want to make sure that our walkers get home safe. Please send a note with a parent or signature in advance if you would like to do a transportation change. In an emergency, the change may be made over the phone if a code word is available. We cannot guarantee changes will be delivered after 2:30. So parents, if possible, after 2:30 is pretty much the cutoff when we no longer accept transportation changes unless it's a dire emergency. We cannot call students to the front in advance of parent arrival, and students may not ride buses for which they are not registered. So, registering for the bus, remember, you must go to the CISD website, click, what bus do I ride? You must live at least 1 mile from Wilkerson. You may have to re-register starting in August, and you will need your student's 6-digit ID number, same as their library and lunch number.
Hello Wildcats, I'm Josh Hughes. I'll be the 6th grade assistant principal this year. This is some information for our incoming 5th graders about specifics regarding Wilkerson and how it may differ a little bit from what you're used to in elementary school. So 5th graders in Wilkerson, you're a part of an LC or a learning community. of 3 different teachers. You'll have a math teacher, a language arts teacher, and a science teacher who will also teach social studies. So 3 teachers in each LC. Students rotate within the LC throughout the day to visit their different classes. In addition to your core academic classes, you'll have a fine arts, which could be band, orchestra, music, art, and then also PE as well. So you'll go to both PE and your fine arts each day. So as far as GT and advanced students who are identified in GT in either math, science, or language arts, or social studies, you've already been placed accordingly with GT teachers. Students may also be placed in advanced math if they meet certain criteria. GT and advanced math follow the same curriculum. So basically GT curriculum is the same in all subjects with the exception of math where they follow an advanced math curriculum. Students will receive their homeroom assignment in the mail prior to the Meet the Teacher night that Dr. Todd was discussing. Postcards will be mailed out with your child's teacher information on them before Meet the Teacher, and once again is scheduled for August 5th from 5 to 7 p.m. as Dr. Todd mentioned. So coming into 5th grade, you're going to have 3 STAR testable subjects, 5th graders. You will have a STAR test at the end of the year in math, reading, and science. So 5th grade's a big transition year from elementary, kind of getting you ready to go on to junior high in a couple of years. So there are 3 different STAR tests when you come into 5th grade, so be prepared for that. One thing at Wilkerson, we do not have lockers. Lockers are not available, so students, you will carry your backpacks with you throughout the day in core classes as you rotate between the 3 core subjects. You will leave your backpacks in your classrooms when you go down to fine arts and PE, but again, no lockers. One big thing that we have to let students know of, especially incoming 5th graders, is our electronic use policy. So a few things are not permitted ever during the school day. Cell phones. Cell phones are not permitted to be used by students during the school day. They need to be turned off and left in your backpack. Any type of smartwatch, like an Apple Watch, etc., if they become a distraction, we don't say that you can't wear them, but if they become a distraction, you do run the risk of your teacher picking them up and your parent having to come up to the school to get them. So just make sure if you have a smartwatch or any sort of an Apple Watch that it is either turned off or silenced and not a distraction throughout the day. So there is no responding to calls or text messages through cell phones throughout the day. Parents, if you need to get a hold of your child, feel free to call the front desk. They'll be able to get in touch with your child's teacher, especially if an emergency arises or something like that, but no cell phone usage throughout the day. And then e-readers, iPads, things of that nature, those are not permitted either. Unless specifically authorized by a teacher that says, an e-reader or a Kindle is okay during downtimes in their classroom, if it's authorized by the teacher. Other than that, we really don't like them on campus. Stay tuned for more detailed information from your child's teacher, especially reading teachers, on the use of electronic readers and such.
Hi, Wilkerson Wildcats. I'm Miss Roddy, the 5th grade assistant principal, and I want to start talking to you today about our dress code. One thing we want to make sure is that students do not wear clothes to school that have inappropriate pictures or writing on the front of it or the back of it. Also, halter tops, racerbacks, spaghetti straps, or muscle shirts, anything that's exposing too much of the arm and shoulder is not allowed at school either. Heavy makeup, cosmetics, we don't take time to go put makeup on in the restroom. That's not allowed. We also don't wear hoods and hats inside the building. Also, hairstyles, we're pretty lenient with hairstyles. We just need to make sure that it's not distracting and causing disruption in the class. Pants and shorts, they need to be fitted at the waist. Shorts and skirts, we need to make sure they're fingertip length, even if you're wearing leggings or tights. And for our young ladies, we recommend that you wear shorts underneath dresses just because you have PE every day. Also in PE, you need to wear closed-toed shoes. So that's required for PEs. Tennis shoes are preferred, but at least closed-toed shoes, and that's for safety. If we're wearing leggings or jeggings, that needs to be paired with a long flowing shirt that at least reaches your fingertip length as well. Now, just some general information, something that's just like it was in elementary school is your student ID number. That's your 6-digit ID number. You do not have to memorize a new one. It is still the same here when you get to Wilkerson. And that goes for your student number, your lunch account, your library account, any number that you use, that 6-digit number in elementary, you'll continue to use it here at Wilkerson. So you don't have to learn a new number. As far as medication, our nurse Becky, of course you may take medicine at school. However, parents, we need you to bring the medication to school and pick it up as well. And so all of that transaction will go through Nurse Becky. We can't have students bringing it on the bus and coming to the nurse's office. Nurse Becky would call and ask you to come up if that does happen. As far as bus information, a few slides earlier, Dr. Todd talked about how to figure out what bus you ride, because the buses that you rode in elementary, those are not the same numbers or same bus routes that we have at Wilkerson. So make sure you go on to what bus do I ride and verify that bus number. Wilkerson is a Title I campus, meaning that 40% of our students are economically disadvantaged, but because of this number, we have access to lots of funding. So here are some good things that we get to have on our campus. We have additional staff and training, we have tutorials, we have extra technology, books. We also have family engagement activities that we look forward to starting up this year that we weren't able to have last year, and also lots of healthy snacks for our activities. So speaking of healthy snacks, it's up to a teacher, it's teacher discretion if they allow healthy snacks in their classroom or not. Also, school-wide rule is only clear, non-carbonated water is allowed in the classroom. We can't have our Starbucks or our Punch or our Cokes in the classroom. So if you do come to school with Starbucks, which many of us enjoy, you have to finish that in the cafeteria before you go to class. And the same with lunch. If your parent brings you Chick-fil-A or McDonald's for lunch, those drinks and food has to be consumed in the cafeteria before you go back to class. Last thing I want to talk about is clubs. We have a lot of clubs that are offered at school. Some are before and after school that require parent transportation, but the majority of our clubs will happen on Fridays. Every Friday we will have a club day, and we have a variety of clubs. For example, we've had Foursquare, dodgeball, football, cheer, arts and crafts. So at the beginning of this next school year, you'll be able to see all the clubs that we're going to offer at Wilkerson.
Hey future Wildcats, my name is Mrs. Karen Carroll. I will be the 6th grade counselor at Wilkerson next year, but I will be very happy to help you as incoming 5th graders, as is my partner, Ms. Crystal Gibson. We are here to help both 5th and 6th graders. I get to talk about a very fun thing at Wilkerson that you get to be a part of, which is your fine arts elective. Yes, you will take reading and writing and math and science and social studies. You'll be in PE every day next year. It's not just on a rotating basis like it was in 4th grade. And in addition to those classes, you get to pick one more class from the fine arts electives, and you have 4 to choose from, but you only get to be in one. It's a big decision. You can choose from art, you can choose from choir, you can choose from orchestra or band. So I'll tell you a little bit about each one of those. We will start with art. So art would be a class you would be in all year long. You'll be learning how to draw and enhance your drawing skills. You'll be using special art pencils. You'll be using chalk, oil pastels, watercolors, charcoal. So those will be some things you'll be doing in the art class. And again, that would be an everyday commitment all year long for the year. There's a $20 fee to be in art, and that gives you a really nice portfolio with an art sketch pad, special art pencils, special art erasers, and the paints and things that you'll use. And a lot of y'all's art will go into competitions, and so it helps those processing fees. If you choose to be in choir all year, again, that is a course you'll be in all year long, and you'll be developing your voice in vocal production. There, you'll be learning sight singing skills. You'll be going over a basic knowledge of music, like famous composers, how to read music. There'll be some performances involved in this class. You'll have usually at least 2 performances, one in the fall semester, one in the spring semester. There is also a $20 fee to be in choir, and that covers the cost of the music that Miss Wright will be giving you to use for the school year, a t-shirt, which is going to be part of your uniform, transportation, social events. So that's a very fun class to be in as well. The third of the electives that we want to talk about is orchestra. Miss Shannon Bowen is our orchestra teacher, and orchestra is the class where you are taught the string instruments. And you would choose whether you want to take violin, viola, cello, or bass. Miss Bowen is currently meeting with students now to kind of help determine those fits. If you're not very tall yet, and most fourth graders are not, you can still play the cello or bass. Those are larger instruments, but they come in 1/2 and 3/4 sizes. So don't let that deter you from taking that instrument if it is exciting for you. Band is also an option for us, and we have 2 band directors because there are a lot of band instruments. We have them divided by families. Mr. Ayala teaches the brass and the percussion family of instruments. The brass family consists of the trumpet, the French horn, the tuba, the baritone, the cornet, the euphonium, and then the percussion instruments are the marimba, the xylophone, and a lot of the auxiliary instruments like the cowbell, the tambourine, the triangle, and they'll be meeting with y'all to determine what instrument is the best fit for you. If you want to play a woodwind instrument, Miss McKinney would be your band director. She teaches the flute, the oboe, the clarinet, the bassoon, the saxophone. So we're very excited to see you grow as students in one of these elective classes. Again, you can choose, there's 4 options and you have to choose one. And the 4 options are art, band, choir, or orchestra. Once you choose one of those courses, it is a year-long commitment. You're in that class all year long. So we've got lots of information out there on the web for you guys. I know the teachers have put out some videos about their fine art classes. So we look forward to seeing you on campus and getting your schedules all fixed up for you.
Hello, future Wildcats. Welcome to Wilkerson Intermediate. My name is Crystal Gibson, and I will be your 5th grade guidance counselor next year. We're so very excited to have you join our team. We've given you a lot of information for today, but just a few more very important things we think that you should know. The first thing is our school supply list for next year. 4th grade parents, please be sure to check your emails. Your 4th grade campuses will send you all important information regarding ordering school supplies for next year, and this also includes ordering school supplies online if that is your preference. Please be sure to consider joining our PTO. Also, we have our social media sites. We have a lot of information that our PTO likes to get out to our parents weekly. Even if you are a working parent, we would love for you to be a part of this organization. They raise money, they do a lot of different activities for our students and our staff throughout the school year. A few very important dates to mark on your calendars. In June and July, please look for the notification for our advanced and our level math information. Also in July, we will have our Meet the Teacher postcards. They will be mailed out, and emails will be sent regarding the dates that you and your student can come in and meet your teachers. In July and August, look for an email with the link for all of our first day paperwork. This paperwork will be online, so be sure to submit that paperwork with all your up-to-date information. In August, we will hold our virtual Meet the Teacher event. That will be August the 5th. Yes, and that will be a virtual online, teacher event. August 11th is our first day of school. Yay, we are so excited to open up, and we're so excited to have you on our campus. September the 3rd will be the final day for fine arts schedule changes. And parents, this is extremely important to make sure that you know that this is the final date to change your fine arts selections if your student is not satisfied with the one that they previously selected.
I know that was a lot of information. We cannot wait to welcome you guys on our campus. Remember, August 5th, Thursday, from 5 to 7 o'clock p.m., we will have our Meet the Teacher back to school open house night. We're so excited to see you guys. Remember, you are now a Wilkerson Wildcat. So every time we greet each other, we say, roar! Have an awesome day.